You're not your past. You're not the story that was written for you years ago. You are you on a journey, taking one step at a time, learning from your past, learning from your experiences. Those moments in your life are just that, moments. And I was been thinking about this and struggling with this on this content because the concept of Dream With Us was all about your next chapter, planning for your next chapter, learning how to communicate clearly with your partner, developing new ways to conquer that next fear in your life, to stay motivated, to be inspired. And then I hit this block. I hit this horrible block because all I had been talking about was my past. And it opened my eyes to recognize that I need to work on it. I need to really get granular with all the details of my past. I need to dissect it and move forward and own my story and how I came out on top, how I developed the skills to communicate after divorce. I developed the ability to go back to school, even though I was this scared, dyslexic kid that was screaming inside me at all times, saying, "You can't do this." But I faced those fears and I moved forward. Little by little, I moved forward. I wouldn't be in the place that I am today. I'm a communications director at a local union. I work in coalition with over 45,000 different members. I have also gotten up on stage over a dozen times this last year, telling my story. I reconnected with my voice over the last year and started developing ways to reach out to new people, to make sure that they know that they have the ability, they have the chance in their life to change their story, to learn from their story. I recently started taking classes, not only in entrepreneurship and organizational behavior, but also I started taking a certification course in narrative therapy. And this is an amazing course that's all based off of understanding your story, that people are not the problem is the problem. Dissect that problem, dissect that memory of what you used to think was all that you were. If you see yourself as stuck, if you see yourself as unable to move forward in your relationship, unable to communicate clearly with your partners or friends or family, you will not be able to. It is the hard truth that all of this work in our lives takes work. It takes energy and understanding of who we are. If we can't physically go through the steps of going, when I was in my first marriage, it was really hard. And he never listened to me. He never trusted me. He never talked to me. He never respected me. And the loop goes on and on and on. And I just felt like, what's the point? What's the point of learning how to talk to somebody and communicate with them if all our pattern is to be destructive and rude and mean to each other, to be dismissive and anxious and overwhelmed? That is the pattern of a bad relationship. I believe that we can change those patterns if both people are willing and able to sit down and recognize that the person in front of them, they value, they care about, and they actually believe in as a human being to be a good person. We don't have to be madly in love with each other all the time. We don't have to be completely connected all the time. We don't have to be in this honeymoon stage to make a marriage work. But we do need to respect, love, and value each other. At the end of the day, I value Joe as a human being. I know that he is a person who cares. And even though sometimes I still go through these moments where I am completely frozen with how to speak to him, what drives me to find the courage to speak up about whether it's finances or vacation or buying a new car or changing jobs or starting a YouTube channel, my main thing that I always say to myself is, in 5 years or even a year, will I resent him for not being open to this conversation? Even though I haven't initiated the conversation, even though I haven't expressed myself fully with him. Do you find yourself frozen, unable to think of what to say or how to say it? Do you find yourself feeling as if there is no way he's going to agree to this, or they're going to agree to it, or she's going to agree to it? And I might as well do it on my own. I might as well be by myself. It'd be easier if I didn't have a partner. But the reality is that you'd be alone with less ability to communicate clearly. And we live in community. We live in a world with people all around us, whether we are learning how to communicate online or learning how to communicate in front of an audience or one-on-one with a parent or loved one. Hard conversations are all around us. We are constantly forced to be in this position where we have to talk. We walk away with regret. Oh God, I should have said that. I really care about them. And, I'm just worried that they're going down the wrong path. And I feel like I'm obligated to take care of them, or I feel like, I'm lost in this feeling of sacrifice in this relationship, that I feel myself starting to resent them. But in reality, we are obligated to our past and what we think we were supposed to behave and how we were supposed to act. We as women are often trained at a very young age on how to be a mom, how to be a wife, how to be a good daughter. Oh, you're such a good daughter. You live loud and proud and authentically as you each and every day. Wouldn't that be wonderful if we were valued for just us being our full authentic self? I think we can. I think it will take time. I think over time we will learn the essence of who we are. But our first step, in order to truly accept ourselves for who we are, we need to first change the story. You can change your story at any time. It will take work, but you can do it. And that was why I've been on this search to find that next thing that I can help people with. This narrative therapy program has just been life-changing for me. And I know that as each step I go through, each module I go through, I will be more equipped to help people and coach them one-on-one on transforming their story, to becoming the most full, authentic self, to develop skills and ability to learn how to communicate clearly in all situations. Because that, I think, is a big factor, is that we are in this space that we are very good at communicating in one area. Oh, I'm so good at communicating with my kids. Oh, I'm so good at communicating with my husband. I'm a powerhouse at work. But are you those things everywhere? Are you your full, authentic self with your friends, your family, your loved ones, the people at the gas station, the people at the grocery store? Can you tap into who you are, who you want to be? Can you see the vision of your life in front of you? I think you can. I think that's why you watch these episodes. I think that's why you're interested in seeing how me and Joe interact with each other. I think that is why you are curious about the possibility. Because I think we don't have to get into this space where you need the expert who has read all the books to give you the guidance. You need the person who has lived through it, who has actually changed the way they are. I was an angry person. I was resentful. I was hard-headed. I was stubborn. I was scared. I was frightful. I was frozen in my tracks because I didn't believe in myself. And then I made a decision. I decided not for myself, but for my kids. And that led me to believe in myself. It led me to understand that if I learn how to communicate clearly, effectively, honestly, in all areas, if I treat it like an experiment, can I learn from it? Can I grow? Can I get better? I've tried everything, and I know the things that have worked, the things that don't. I stand on my vibration plate at the end of the day. I have started doing tapping therapy. I do meditations. I journal. I write. All of these tools are so important. It's so important to find your peace, find your authentic need for connection, community, development, and become the person that you want to be in your next chapter. The story that I had before is not the story I am today. I am proud of the journey that I've gone on. I am proud of the woman I am becoming. Each phase in our lives, we change. Each moment, we learn. You can learn how to communicate clearly and effectively. You can learn how to communicate your needs and wants. You can learn how to dream bigger than you ever dreamed before. It does not take a ton of people backing you up. It does not take a ton of money. You can live your life with more joy, more excitement, more connection by taking small steps each and every day. I have a video about simply smiling at people and connecting with them and giving them a compliment. That one thing, if you do that one thing, you will start to develop more confidence in yourself. I have a video that is all about understanding the red flags that you may have in your relationships. If any of our videos resonates with you, I need you to subscribe. I need you to comment on it. I need to build this community. I know that I have the ability to help so many people just by telling you the things that I've learned over the years. If I can transform my life, you can transform your life. If I can have a better relationship and not get divorced again, you can have a better relationship and not get divorced again. If I can go back to school and finish my degree, you can finish your degree. You can go back to school. You can start a new career. You can do what makes your heart sing. But the first step is owning your story, understanding that it was not that you are a bad person or that you were surrounded by bad people. You had bad moments. You had people who treated you poorly because they were treated poorly, that they didn't understand how to connect with their own authentic self. They allowed trauma and anger and anxiety to take over their psyche. They were riddled with a problem. They are not bad people. My ex is not a bad person. He is a wonderful person who is a beautiful dad who loves his kids so much. But we didn't know how to communicate with each other. We treated each other poorly. And if we had the skills to understand how to communicate when we were young, we could have had a beautiful life. Or we could have been honest with each other and said, you know what? We're not the right person for each other. We had two beautiful kids, and that's a wonderful thing. And I am forever grateful for the fact that those two boys exist in my life every single day. And I thank him from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity to love those children and have those children, to watch them grow into the men that they are. But if we were very honest with each other from the very beginning, we probably would have known that we were trying to make our relationship work. We were trying to fit into our concept of what marriage looks like. But we were not the right fit. We didn't value the same things. We didn't know how to communicate the same way. And that's okay. It led me to Joe. It led me to the life that I have. I would not have ever had that if I hadn't had that experience in my life. Everything from your past becomes the thing you will become grateful for. Allow gratitude and joy to fill your day. Say thank you to your past because it offered you an opportunity to learn about your future. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for participating on this channel, commenting and sharing and liking. This is Dream With Us. I'm Kate. And I want to thank you again for joining us and watching our videos. Like and subscribe. And this time next year, I will have a thriving one-on-one coaching practice, and I will have a thriving YouTube channel, and I will have 2 amazing boys away at college, fulfilling their dreams. So, dream with us. Continue to watch, share, like, and subscribe. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.